Well, cool. That's quite an unusual question. I know since we talked a little bit for this interview that you used to be in business, well, right now too, but I mean, initially you weren't a yachtsman, you were still a businessman. Entrepreneur, what were you doing, let's say, in your past life? Because I understand that there is some point where you have a before and after point, where life splits into two parts.
Well, the moment when my life split into yachting and non-yachting was when I was in the logistics business in St. Petersburg. I had a company that delivered food products and beverages to retail stores and supermarkets. Chains such as OK, Ashan, and others all over the country. Well, unfortunately, in 2014, when a severe embargo on food imports was introduced, I basically had no choice. My business collapsed because the economic situation led to many suppliers leaving Russia. Well, I didn't dwell on it for too long. I bought a yacht and moved to Greece to live with it. There are 70 boats. This is the fastest growing class of racing boats in the world. I became the champion of Italy on such a boat at Lake Garda in 28.
Considering that life has indeed split into before and after, and there was this business part, of course, a person who is essentially an entrepreneur and is used to taking initiative in life, that still remains. But what was the turning point, essentially, when you fully committed to yachting and immersed yourself in it?
Well, if to be objective, even before I split my life into yachting and non-yachting, I had a life like this. Life with yachting. As a businessman, I went to sea too often, and for someone who spends a lot of time at sea, I worked too much. That's it. And then the situation arose where I was given a choice and chose yachting, and I've been doing it ever since. Did you regret it? Well, there were different ones. Well, what do you regret? What is there to regret about? Of course, I regretted many times that the business collapsed. That's it. I don't regret choosing yachting. I could have chosen some other story, and I might have liked it less. Yachting is a great thing.
Listen, I have a question. Out of all the people I've talked to, and even those I've interviewed and asked about their acquaintances, I haven't found any interesting cases where people tried yachting and said, man, no, this isn't for me. And everyone who tried it usually stayed for a long time.
Ask my wife. She will explain it to you in detail. I am acquainted with individuals for whom, let's just say, the level of comfort and luxury that one might experience while being on a yacht is simply not up to their standards or expectations. They find it quite unacceptable and lacking in many aspects that they consider important. So we're still considering yachts. Not like a five-star hotel.
There's no beauty salon on the yacht, right? It's no longer suitable.
There's no beauty salon on the yacht, and that's not suitable. That's a very accurate formulation.